everyone. I am here to draw a fox with you today. My name is Veronica Stanley-Hooper, and I am an author and illustrator, and I do animation too. The title sequence that you just watched, that was a little fox, and that's what we're going to draw today. That little fox originated from a book that I just finished up with author Adam Swain Ferguson. It's called Love Without Wings, and if you want to see more about the fox and all the story that this wonderful book is about, you should go check him out. I'll put the link in the comments. Today we are going to use some basic shapes like rounded rectangles and circles and triangles, and we are going to put it all together to make a little fox. If you haven't checked out episode 1, I drew a capybara for you, and you can follow along to that one too. Using the same methods, we're just going to draw some basic shapes and then tie it all together. It's just a few minutes. You can stop, rewind, go back, try it again. And it's lots of fun. So I hope you enjoy this one, and let's draw a fox together.
Okay, let's get started with this little fox here. Isn't he cute? So let's select a clean canvas and we're going to get started. I have a brown colored pencil here and we're just going to make an oval shape for the head. Start near the top of your paper. Then we're going to come in down here with a circle for his snout and a smaller circle for his nose. And then we're going to do some triangle shapes here for his ears, rounded on the edges, not so pointy. And then inside of his ears will also be triangles. There we go. And let's do his almond-shaped eyes. They're just little ovals or almond-shaped. And we're going to put in some longer ovals here on the side. Those are going to be his cheeks. Okay, let's get started with his chest and body. There we go with another oval and some long rectangular shapes there for his front paws. Let's add some again there in the back for the back paws, and some circles or ovals for the front and back paws too. And now let's start tracing over the parts that we like, just like the capybara in episode 1. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch that one. But we're just going to start edging in the lines that we like, and I'm adding some fur here for the cheeks because we're going to have a nice furry little fox. And I'm going around his nose, kind of redefining that shape a little bit. And, like I said in episode 1, nothing has to be exactly perfect because, as we go, we can clean and refine with our eraser. I'm going in there and making some circles inside for his eyes. Now I'm going to give him a little fur on the top of his head, just with little spikes like that. Triangular shapes for his ears, going around the edges. Now I'm going to do the triangle on the inside and some fur down here along the top of his head. Again, a triangle for the inside and some spiky fur for his head inside the ear there. And then around for his body. And now I'm going to come down for his front legs. And I'm going to add some toes in at the top there. 3 little bumps. And I want to try to make the bottom here on the paw a little flat so it looks like he's standing on the ground. And now the next front paw, 3 little bumps for his toes, and again flat around the bottom so it looks like he's standing. I'm going to fix that. Yep, and then down a line for his legs, for the other front leg. Yeah, getting that shape in perfect. And then doing the back legs and the back paws, and on the other side, the back leg and the back paw. That's perfect. Okay, now I want to just put in his tail. That's a little shape for his tail there, a little spiky on the edge. And now we're going to just kind of edge in the fur on his cheeks there, just little spikes because he's a nice furry little fox. Maybe it's winter time. And I want to put a little line in there next to his nose because that part below that line is going to be white and everything else above it is going to be brown. I'm going to color in his eyes and his nose here so I can see what he's looking like a little better. Now I'm going to go in with the eraser and erase all the lines I don't like. And that's it. You can see how he's coming together like a little fox now. Oops, I just erased that line. That's okay. We'll put him in later when we are getting all the color in. So I'm just going around the edges here, around his ear. It's okay if we take off a little too much because we know where it's going to go. And just taking off some extra. I just want to see what my fox looks like now. See if there's anything else that I need to add to him. And as I'm cleaning up these lines, around the tail. There we go. Oops, that's okay. I'll add that back in later. And now I am going to select my pencil tool. I want to put in a little fur here. So, like I said, when I clean up with the eraser, sometimes I see that there's something I want to change. So here on this tail, I think it should look a little bushier. So I'm going to fix that tail there. Go back in with my eraser and redefine those lines a little bit. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I really like the way he looks now. So now I'm going to start inking. So I'm turning down the opacity on the layer of my sketch, and I am selecting black and my ink pen, and now I am going to go tracing the lines. I'm going to start off here with steady stroke. And if you didn't watch Copybaro, go ahead and watch that one. The steady stroke really helps to get a nice, clean line that's nice and steady looking, even in thickness. And we're going to go around here for the fur. But steady stroke is a little fiddly with smaller areas, and it makes it a little difficult. So we may not want to do that here. I don't know. Let's just keep going and see how it goes. So let's go up and around the fur for his face. You can see how that cheek is looking nice and fluffy now. I'm going to come down on the other side and get that fur going on his face and on his cheek here. Get some nice strokes in there. These are just zigzag lines, and you can see how it's making him look nice and fluffy. But let's just go ahead and go around the nose here. And there we go. See, that steady stroke, I told you, it just really kind of makes it small shapes a little difficult. So, I'm going to decide to turn that off. Let's just go in with our best hand and try to get these shapes in, just going freehand. And so now I'm going to color in his nose, and I'll refine that later a little bit with the eraser when I go in to clean up my lines. Here we go around the eye. I didn't like that, so now I'm going to go in again. Here we go. All right, that's looking a lot better. Go in for the other eye now. Nice almond shape, and in for the circle for the colored part of the eye. There we go. Oh, you can see how he's coming together now. And let's go up here and do the fur for his head. Just a little zigzag shape and around for his ear. Little more fur on the other side, and triangle here for the ear, and then another zigzag shape in there for the fur on the inside of the ear, and again triangle and fur on that side. Okay, let's move around to the body and the other side, and now we're going to do the fur for the chest there. Yep, that's looking good. And now the back leg and the front leg line, really defining those shapes now. And I want to just make sure that his front leg looks like it's in front. There we go. And I'm going to put in the bumps for his toes. And remember the flat at the bottom. So it looks like he's standing on the ground. There we go. Those toes are there. And an oval for the back. Now the back leg on the other side. And we have the foot there, the little paw. Just going around in a zigzag shape for the tail. And that's looking pretty good. So now I'm just going to clean up the ink. And, just kind of taking off the ink in places where I think that it just kind of, I overdrew. And we'll just get it really nice and cleaned up here using my eraser. And if you're using pencil and paper at home, you can just, instead of using ink right now, just use a heavier pressure on your pencil to define your shape. And then go ahead and erase. And once you get it looking just right, then you can trace over with pen or marker. And I'm just defining around the nose, getting that shape really nice and clean looking here. There we go. That's looking a lot better. Okay, and now I want to just redraw some things that aren't as crisp as I like them to. And right here, remember that line? I want to put that in. And now that will be white when we colorize. And now just selecting my color. I want to choose a nice brown color for my fox. I'm going to do the paint bucket and click in his head and click in his body. I'm going to take the color a little darker for the back legs so they look like they're behind. Now I'm going to choose a lighter color for the inside of the ears. Yeah, and I'm going to go just a little bit lighter than that for his cheeks and his nose and his paws and the tip of his tail. Yep, just like that. Now let's see, I like this dark brown color. I'm going to do that for his eyes. And I want to, yep, do a little white of the eyes there. And let's go in, and just with the black ink, I want to give him, oops, wait a minute, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's go back in and give him some pupils for his eyes. Now he's looking at us. And that is our little fox. I like to put in these little shapes, kind of like an eyelash, if you will, for our fox. You can leave them off if you don't like them. And that's it. That is our wintertime fox. I hope you had a really good time drawing with me. I'm just gonna, fixing that little bottom part of his nose. And our fox is looking really cute. Here's our sketch. And there is, you can see that a little better now. And there's our finished fox. So I hope you enjoyed working with me today.
Thanks for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed drawing the fox. Next time, we'll be drawing another little critter the same way, so I hope that you like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye!